What's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. So today we'll be looking at XSS. What is XSS? How to check for XSS, automatic method or through the manual method, and how to perform phishing with XSS. That is how to steal user data like username and password with XSS vulnerability, and how to use AI to check for XSS, get payloads. Then we'll look at how to do what they call session hijacking with XSS. Finally, we will do how to prevent XSS on a website. So today we are going to be targeting a live website. We will attack it and we will exploit the vulnerability. So stay tuned, watch the video to the end, and let's go.
Breaking barriers, one device at a time.
So guys, what is XSS, right? XSS is a vulnerability on a website or a web application where the user or the client that is visiting the website, like browsing the website, can inject JavaScript code into the website in input forms, URLs, APIs, endpoints, etc. Command forms in which this input form, this JavaScript code gets executed by the server or by the client or by the web browser. So there are three types of XSS: reflected XSS, stored XSS, and DOM-based XSS. So in this tutorial, we are going to be doing reflected XSS and stored XSS, where we are going to hijack admin cookies and login as admin, and we also do what they call phishing. We will phish or put a malicious script on the website where we can now a login form where when a user enters a code, the login credentials like username and password, it comes to us and we can now use it now to do whatever we want to do. Let's go to our browser here. We have this website here or website here where it has an input form there like that. This is an input form here. So what if enter something here like test or test one and take add, we get this error. Test one could not be added. Or whatever we do here, it's supposed to reflect here. Let's try it again. Test. Same thing. So we need to check out if this site is vulnerable to XSS. How do we do that? We can do it the manual way or the automatic way. First of all, let's try the manual way. Let's try to do a script here. So we do a script of, let's say, document.cookie or document, let's say, windows.origin, windows.origin, and we press add. What happens? Seems like it doesn't work. So now we need to look for a payload that will work on this. Let's try another payload. Let's try this script. Alert 0 script. Let's press enter. Oh, I didn't spell it well. Let's press out here. So you see, this payload works. It executes on the browser, meaning that this page is vulnerable to SSS. So let's try a different site right now. Let's go to our next site. We have this website. This is a website from Hack the Box. This is a box. So you are asked to enter an image URL here. So we can go and copy any image URL, like this image here. Let's say it's an image here. I don't know. Just copy this image, and if we paste the image here, we press enter. See, the image gets displayed on the screen here. The image is displayed here. So now we need to check now if this is vulnerable. Remember, I did it there with the manual method, but in this one we do what they call the automatic method. So we'll use a tool called XSS, right? It's on GitHub. I'm going to copy the link. We open our terminal. We are going to make a folder called, let's say, make directory called X. Let's cd into X. Now we are going to git clone the tool, we press enter. Now from ls here, we will see that this is the tool. So we're sitting to the tool. XSS strike. Let's create the screen. Let's ls. So we see now that we need to install something like call install this. So this is a Python tool, right? So guys, we don't want to tamper with our Python installation. So we are going to create an environment with Python tree. So Python tree, create an environment called env. Now we activate the environment, and from here now we just install this requirements. Once installed, we can now run our tool. Let's come back to our tool here. Let's say we copy this full URL. If you look at our GitHub Git repository, you will see that to run the tool, we type python xss-py-u, then the URL. So we are going to do it. Python tree xss-py.u, paste the link URL and take enter. So this is checking for XSS vulnerability. As you see, it just found a payload that will work on this website. So it shows that this website is vulnerable to XSS. So this tool will get you the payload you need. Like this is the payload. So we use the tool and other tools to check for automatic XSS. And we can also, for automatic payloads. We can also use payload this website, payload other things to get the payloads. You can scroll through and check for payload that work with your application, because there are several kinds of payload. And you can see these are basic payloads that may work. We don't know. Any web application or website has its own payload that may work on it. Not all will work. So there are many websites you can use. You can also use AI to get some payloads from AI. You ask some questions like I need some XSS payloads. So it's going to give you some payloads you can use, which might work on the website or not. So our aim here is that we want to display a form here that will ask the user for username and password. And we will now, like this is the website, we will show a form here. When the user will enter the information here, username and password, and click submit, it will now come to us, which we are the attacker. We are the attacker, let's say A. And from there now we'll now save the details to our machine and redirect the user to a different page. And what we want to do. So we already know that this website is vulnerable. So now we need to look for a basic form HTML code like this. This is the code here. We can use a HTML code to display a form. So we just have a form input type, username and password whatsoever. We have now to copy this form now and we show it on this page. So let's go back to the main page. Press enter. I'm going to use what they call, we're going to do a script document, right? .write. So we are going to paste our form here. This, we close the bracket and we close the script. Enter. So this now will not display our form here and the login button here, as you can see here. So to better make this form better vulnerable and better, like more understanding, more pleasant to the user, to make it very real, you can remove this input, remove these things at the end. You can come to this inspect element here, inspect the element, you go to the form. It's that there's an input. You can remove this using the document get elements by ID. You put the ID of what you want to remove. Let's say I want to remove the H1. You can remove the H1, and you take dot remove. You close your script. So in the code, the whole code where you put the form, you can add this as part of the code. Let me come back to it. Let me show something. So this is my script. If I come back here, I open my script here. So I'll do a document dot write. Since I'm writing to a form, I put this and I paste my form. I close. So you can see that after I have pasted my form, if you scroll here, wait, let me just put this on a text viewer so you see. This is it. Okay. So guys, the look of your form look, you can add even some I don't know, it depends on you, HTML code here, CSS, whatever, to make it more realistic. Depends on you, the user, but I am just going to make it basic. So this is a tutorial like just explain to you. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to erase this, and I have my index page here ready. This is it. So let's come now. Let's save it. Let me come now to my file. Let me just copy this. And I'm forgetting to start my server. Server is shut down. I start it. Server is running. You can host this file locally. You can host it on your online server to make it more realistic. But like I said, this is just for a tutorial. This is a tutorial. So if I paste this here, and if I enter a username and a password like this, and I press enter, okay, you see it will direct us back to this page according to our script here. If we check this, we see that normally it's supposed to redirect us back to the page, the same page. But if we check our server here, we'll see that we have received some information. So we see the get request with a username and a password. So now let's clear the screen. We are going to cut out the file we just created. The file name is credential.txt. So you cut it out and you press enter. So you see now we've seen the username and metadata, and the password is please subscribe. So guys, this is how to perform phishing on a website that is vulnerable to XSS. Now let's do another thing. Let's do what they call session hijacking. So coming here now, we have another website. Like this site takes an username, let's say simple username, username, sample password, a sample email, a sample profile picture URL. Let's still use this. Copy this and we place this here, and we take register. Not now. Let's see what will happen. Okay, seems like it says an admin reviewer request. So this site is a website where a user can register and admin will approve before user can log in. Let's come back here. I think now we have fixed this connection issue. Let's paste this and paste it here. Here should be profile. Here should be the username, and here should be sample password, random email, and let's take register. But now, okay, let's come back to our server and see. Wait for some seconds. If we don't get anything on our server here, it seems like our payload is not working. So now we need to look for a payload that will work. Let me try another payload. Find something like this. Will this work? Yes, and something like this. Okay, let's take register. Okay, wait for some minutes. Check our server. Do we have any hit? We have no hit. Something like that. Payload did not work. So we need to look for a working payload. Will this work? Register. Wait for some minutes and try. These two did not work. We have nothing here on our server. This is interesting. Wait. Let's try something else. Okay, guys, I had a typo on my code. It's supposed to be in the braces. Oh my god. So if you come back here and we do this, am I correct? So that payload did not work. Let's try another payload. Let's do this. Let's try this. This. I missed that typo here. Plus here. Yeah, something like that. So this is just a bit, guys. You need to keep testing for payloads and check a payload that will work with the web server or the application. Let's take register here. Okay, let's check to see if it's on a hit. And guys, you see, we got a hit. So it seems like the profile link is vulnerable to XSS. So now with this, we can try to do what they call a session hijacking. Since admin will click on the email, on the link, on the admin will have to check our details and accept us before we can log in. So why not write a script? Why not write a script that will steal admin cookies and send to us when he clicks on the when he clicks or when he loads our details. So we are going to write a script like this. I have a basic script here. I just copy this and we put it in our index.php. No, sorry. Paste it here. So what this script does is that the script checks if we have like a C in the get request. It will create a list, and for each item in the list, it will decode the value of the cookie and create a file called cookies. Then now we'll now store the victim's IP address plus a cookie. Then close the file. Just a simple PHP code. PHP is good. So putting our index directly here, it's going to be we'll make it less malicious. So we can just come back and since we know this input is vulnerable, then all this don't need to be here. We can just put any sample thing here like the username matter, and we are going to just try to send this to a file in our server called script.js. What does script.js do? Script.js here just creates a new image and redirect us to our IP address, which we want to put our IP address here. Our chain one IP address here. I think so. Is it correct? 16.30. 16.30. Then it now appends the cookie of the user. Then our PHP here, we'll now get the cookie and save it in a TXT file. So let's save this, and restart our server. Okay. So if you come back now to here and we click register, wait for some minutes, it's going to do it. So when the admin of this website, web page, whatever, accept us or click on our link or open our details, the admin cookie will be sent to us. If you come and check our server here, we'll see that we have received a request to our link.js. What did this do? This link.js here, now open it like a new image and send it to our website. Oh, I missed this 33. I missed the IP address, guys. So guys, if we register now, wait for some minutes. When the admin opens our email, our info, or clicks on any link or on our check to see the profile picture of the user or refreshes the page, the cookie of the admin is sent to us and we get it here. So the picture input, which is vulnerable to XSS, will request a file on our server called script.js. Script.js now will now request another file on our server called index.php, and we append the cookie of the admin to us. So this is our file now. We now store the cookie in a file called cookie.txt. So if we come back to our server here, we'll see the cookie here, and if we try to cut the cookies.txt, with the IP of the victim, like you see this code here, which is IP, yeah, and the cookie, and this is the cookie here. So if we copy this cookie now and we try to go to the login page, I believe there should be a login page. Let's try to see. Let's try to go to the login page, like login.php. Login page here, we'll see a login page. It's admin login page. If you inspect element here, we come to storage here. Cookies. Instead, there's no cookie here. If we create a new field called cookie, let's call this cookie, and the value should be this. The value should be the value of our cookie. If no, I copied the wrong cookie. Let's come back here. Let's just copy the cookie. Yes. So enter the value of the cookie here. And press enter. If we refresh this page, it will lock us in because we have stored the cookie of the admin, which is still valid. So if we refresh this page now, let's wait for magic. You see, you're logged in, guys. You're logged in as the admin. So this is how you steal cookie from the admin through a vulnerability. You can change this. You can always arrange the form, take away the form, do as you want, modify the code, whatever, to make it more persistent, to make it more like real. So guys, this was a hack the box lab, as you can see. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and share to anybody